Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so it is another day in community, USTC community. Tomorrow's Friday already. Man, the week has gone by so fast. Brad will be burning USTC tomorrow for the weekly burns for the validator. So check out that out tomorrow, and I should hopefully do a update video on the road to number one this weekend. Okay. Um, all right. So, and then of course we have the Inu Burns and campaign coming up as well. Brad and CEO are working on that. Full details should be out this weekend on how to participate in that for more airdrops and things like that. So the benefit will be to I'm pretty sure the benefits will be you would receive more airdrops if you help burn Inu. Now, of course, this is all coming back to LUNC. Well, not doesn't have to, but for me it will, right? So for me, my the purpose of doing of this whole thing is to build up the burn it all validator for Brad and everybody else that's in it, right? Because I'm not the owner of it, Brad is, right? And I'm just a delegator, right? So I'm in the top five. I got two wallets in the top five, right? So of the burn it all validator, right? So, but I want both of my wallets to be over 1 billion, right? So this will be a perfect time to burn Inu, um, get Inu to jump up in price significantly, and maybe even into the billions of market caps or whatever the case may be by burning it and reducing the price significantly and then raising up the market cap, right? And dropping some zeros, right? So and then take that capital, come into LUNC with the burnout validator, come into maybe I'll split it up into the burnout validator, buy more Flare and buy more Levita AI to reach my goals. But yeah, it's something like that, right? So but we want to we'll see how it works out. We'll see what the details are this weekend when once they make the announcement. It could come out today. It could come out tomorrow. Whenever they're ready to make the announcement, they'll make the announcement on that. But expect the USTC burn on Friday for Brad, and then we'll see what the Inu burn campaign looks like. All right. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and excited to see Inu go from a 1 million on market cap up to I don't know 100 million, billion on market cap. That would be awesome if we can burn that thing all the way up there and reduce supply significantly. Yeah, this is the best time to do it while the market cap is still low. Okay, so now here's LUNC, and LUNC is sitting at that 301 and 301054, and we're just hanging in there, like sideways trading. The markets are up a little bit today, but not really much going on. We are watching Bitcoin, and of course that's on Patreon for the what's going on with Bitcoin. There, I'm not gonna really say much here because that's for Patreon members. But we're watching Bitcoin, Jasmine, and some other tokens that have a pattern coming, or they're in a pattern right now that we're not going to talk about, but because that's for Patreon members. But and there's some other tokens that are in that pattern as well. But watching that closely, and hopefully we can get some movement here and some excitement soon on in the crypto space, up or down. So we'll see how it plays out. We are in the wealth month of May, so we want to see what happens here. We had the first initial move up there. I think it was May 2nd. We started to move to the upside, and now we pull back, and now we just relaxing. So let's see if we can get another leg up here, right? As well. So we're just waiting for that next leg up, and it could be in a couple days. It could be next week. So we're just gonna wait. In my opinion, we're gonna big move down or a big move up next week, right? So we're just gonna wait and see how this plays out. All right, so LUNC is sitting there at a market cap of 611 and million, and volume is down significantly today, 48%, 26 million. We're still under that 5.8 trillion mark there. All right, so total supply. All right, I'm back. I guess I'm guessing I hit the button there. So, anyways, 6.7 trillion is what we have in total supply. In total supply, we have 6.7 trillion, right? So out of circulation, 5.7 trillion. So we can get that circulation down to to 3.7 trillion. Well, there you go. We 10x, we can definitely 10x or even 100x, you know what I mean? So why aren't we campaigning to stake here? Right? So I mean, we could campaign the stake, So I don't understand why there's no campaigns to stake here. Validators should be campaigning for people to stake here. I mean, we could drop down and get down to about a 3.7 trillion market cap, and the price of LUNC could be 1 cent, at least it's definitely going to be here, right? We will definitely be up at least a 10x from there. If we go from a 5.7 trillion to 3.7 trillion, we'll definitely 10x easily, right? Um, so we would at least be at 0.001, right? And people can make some nice money there, right? Some of you guys have $10,000 in LUNC, and you'll be up 100. You'll be at 100,000 in value, right? So maybe maybe you cash out there. I don't know, and then you come back in, right? So I don't know. Maybe we I don't know. Anyway, it's up to you guys and girls on when you want to cash out and what's good for you. What I just don't know, right? So, anyways, there's many things that we could do. We could do staking campaigns. We could do all types of other stuff, right? We could do repay things. Or we could just do what we're doing over here with the Enu campaign. We're gonna do an Enu burn campaign. Try to set that on fire and get that going, and then be able to sell there and be able to come back in and build up that burn it off validator and build up some other things so we can be able to have that purchase, that buying power to be able to come in here and buy up USCC and just and burn it and repeg USCC here. So, all right, moving on. Let's see what's going on with Luna 2.0. It's back down three. Had a big day yesterday and then fell right back down for some reason, and then now it's down 3% today. So I don't know what was that big day yesterday all about. Then why did we do that? If we're gonna just dump it right back down, what was the point of that? I don't know. What was the point of this? What was the point of this? What's going on? Why are people buying it and then it's just dumping right back down? I don't know. Anyways, and they had no burn mechanism on this thing. They they watched my videos, right? These Luna 2.0 people have watched my videos. You put a burn mechanism on this thing is going to skyrocket. All your bills that you owe the SEC that's about to come up will be paid off. Like you'll laugh at the SEC, right? You put a burn tax on this thing at 1%, like or point 0.5, like LUNC has, this thing would freaking start to moon, man. I mean, it's only had 734 million tokens circulation, only a billion tokens in total supply. You put a freaking point 0.5 burn tax on this thing, like LUNC has, this token is going to moon. I don't get it, right? So, I mean, you want to talk about it disintegrating? You're doing 46 million in volume. That's down 61% from yesterday. So you're doing between 50 to 100 million in volume. I mean, this token would be disintegrated. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, this token would be at $60. Like $16 in a heartbeat if it had a point 0.5 burn tax on this thing, like LUNC. And you'll be laughing at the SEC. I don't understand why people in crypto like to suffer when they can do anything they like, especially when there's no regulations in crypto right now, right? And yet you have people that are sitting in Digibyte for years, and the Digibyte team just sitting there like, it's like, dog, create whatever you want. It's crypto, right? It's the same thing with all these other tokens that are just sitting there dead. It's like, how are you guys dead when you can create whatever you want? You know, especially if you're outside of America when there's no regulations at all, right? America pretends there's regulations when there's no regulations actually. That's why the SEC keeps losing in these cases because there is no actual regulations on cryptos, right? So when they say, well, the regulations, it's like, no, that's for stock market. You can't use regulations for the stock market for crypto markets, right? And that's why the SEC keeps losing. Okay, so what the SEC tried to do is because there is no regulations, they want to bully and fear people into giving them money, and that's what they do. They're hoping you just say, okay, look here, I'll pay a quick fine, you know, because they know there's no regulations. They're going to lose every time, right? Unless there's blatant thievery or scamming that they could prove, right? Okay, so I don't get it. I don't get it. Theta, same thing. Theta, Theta, Luna, like you put only a billion tokens in total supply. Like you put any type of point 0.3, point 0.5 burn tax on this thing, and the tokens will be getting eaten up, and the supply will be shrunken, and demand is going to start to explode. Right, even if demand just stays the same, if demand stays the same, but the supply cuts in half or three-fourths, then this thing is going to the price is going to absolutely moon. I've said this just 2 months ago and a month ago, right? It was a month ago, and they don't even have a proposals up for this thing. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to sit here and just sit here at 60 cents for months and months, and knowing that, hey, we just put a point 0.3, point 0.5 burn tax on the thing, we're gonna absolutely explode. We'll cut the supply in half in no time with the volume that we're doing, and like, yeah, like we would explode here. So I don't get it. I don't understand. The same thing with data. I don't understand why they won't do these things. It's crypto. Like, some of these dev members have just become the enemies of their own people. I just don't understand why you create a coin and then you have people, a community built, and then you turn on the community and do nothing. It makes no sense. I can't understand it, man. I can't understand how you create something and then you turn your backs on it. And not just turn your backs on it, you become the enemy of the community. And that doesn't make any sense. Like, you got red coin sitting out there doing nothing. Right? You got all these tokens that were here that they promise all of these things, and they're doing absolutely, and you can do whatever you want in cryptos. Imagine being able to create whatever you wanted, and you sit there for years with a community waiting on you, and you just sit there for years and you do absolutely nothing. It's really shameful what these people have done. Um, okay, so let's see here. USTC is because you can blame Gary and all these people and Biden and Gary all you want, but buying power, you put a burn tax on anything with buying power. Gary and these boys can't, because did Gary and Biden stop Solana when it was going from $7 to $200? No, right? Because it had buying power, had buying pressure. Buying pressure kept coming into Solana. They couldn't stop it, right? So I mean, Bitcoin's at 60-something thousand. They've been trying to stop that thing since it was at $300. When Bitcoin hit $100, they were like, "Stop it!" Destroy Bitcoin now, right? And so now Bitcoin hit 70,000. It's like Bitcoin's like, as long as you have buying power, you don't. Who gives a crap what these people say, right? So here's Terra Luna. Here's Terra UST, and we're up 5%. We're booming right now. So Terra is going up again. Somebody's buying. All right. So that's cool. So 39 million in volume, which is still 42% lower than it was yesterday. But 200 million market cap. All right, so USTC is looking good. All right, so I'm stacking. I'm stacking my. I haven't done anything with my LUNC rewards in a while. Like it's been like almost about 3 weeks now. I haven't done anything with my rewards. I'm stacking my rewards right now. I'm stacking my LUNC rewards and my Luna and my USTC rewards. I haven't touched them. I haven't really done anything to them. So I guess I'm just gonna stack right now until I feel like there's a great opportunity. Like maybe if Levita AI went down like 1 cent or something, I would freaking swap. That would be a great opportunity to swap out of LUNC, out of those my LUNC rewards and my USCC rewards and grab me some Levita AI down there. Maybe I'll do that. Or like if Flare went down to 1 cent or something like that, it would be a great opportunity to do that as well. Like, if things went down like those prices, like maybe Dogecoin under 10 cents or something like that. But, oh, snap. I can grab some Dogecoin here, right? So anything like that, right? Maybe take advantage of that, right? So, anyways, all right. Moving on from there, let's go to Galaxy Station here and check out what's going on with Galaxy Station. These are all the proposals. This is the last one, so there's nothing new here. Um, let's see here. Yeah, nothing new. All right. So the ones that I was talking about was the maybe take 3% of the community pool every week and buy back and burn USTC, right, for repay purposes. Nobody has entertained that. I think everybody thinks that's stupid. Maybe I think it's okay, right? So especially that the community pool is growing about 10% a week, right? So you take 3%, it's gonna still grow 7%, right? So and the community pools, we have a lot of money in the community pool right now, so you take 3% of that and buy back and burn USTC for repay purposes. We get closer to the repay, right? So the whole goal is to get close to repay, not just sit here and do videos all day and watch the Oracle pool drain. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, like people gotta like start putting up proposals, like and putting stuff up and getting desperate here because we're just sitting here doing videos watching the Oracle pool drain, right? So it's like, if we took 3% of the community pool, which grows about 10% a week, we take 3% of that, it's still growing 7% for the week, right? So it's still growing, right? At 7%. So we take 3% of the community pool, we buy back and burn USTC for repay purposes. We're here to repeg USTC and pump LUNC into pennies and dollars, aren't we? And some of you guys have become the enemies of the chain. It seems like no, we really don't want to do that no more. We want to actually just sit here and let the chain die. you know, because that's what we've been doing the whole time, right? So, but that's the purpose, right? So to repeg USTC and pump LUNC, right? So, or did everybody forget about that? So that's one idea that we can do. See if anybody agrees with that. And then the other one was I don't even remember what the other one was. I literally can't remember what the other proposal was that we said we talked about. I literally don't remember what it was. But anyways, we had a proposal. Not sure what that was. But I think it has something to do with repegging as well. But I can't remember what it was. All right, so whatever that proposal was, I don't remember it. We needed some help, right? We needed. Oh yeah, it was a burn tax. I remember it now. So it was a burn tax proposal, upping the burn tax to from point 0.5 to point 0.6, and then taking that extra point 0.1 to use it to buy back more USTC and burn it to help with the repay purposes. So we did if both proposals passed. If we upped the burn tax to point 0.6 and had that extra point 0.1 going to USTC and then buying back and burning it. And then we had the community pool at 3%, buying back and burning USTC. Man, and then we had the regular burn tax as well. And then Brad's burning on Fridays and Mint Burn Drop is participating here and there, and maybe we get some NFTs going using the Theta Cloud AI and get some NFTs going, and people can mint NFTs if they burn USTC. Like we could really get this thing going with USTC. USTC could be seeing some millions and millions and millions of burns each week, and we can really get this thing going. But I mean, if I'm the only one that cares about this, then and nothing's gonna happen, right? The community just doesn't care, right? So unfortunately, the community wants to sit here and just drain the Oracle pool. So all right, so 18%, and somebody's like, no, we don't. We want it, but if you don't say nothing and do nothing, then then you become part of the problem, right? It's the same thing at work. If somebody's beating somebody up at work and bullying them, and you sit there and do nothing, but you see it, you are part of the problem, even if you are not the one beating them up. If you're not speaking out about it, if you're not trying to correct the problem, you become part of the problem, and you're just as liable as they are. It's like a person that's in a car with a drive-by shooter, or a person who robs the bank. You might not do more as much time as them because you didn't do the crime, but you're still liable, right? Because you're in there, right? And then you don't get out of the car and say, "What are you doing?" Right? And call the cops. You stay in the car, and the guy comes back in or the girl comes back in, and then they drive off with you. It's one thing if you get out of the car and while they're doing the act, and then you call 911. That's a different story, right? Then you don't make yourself liable, right? And you actually come out of that situation, and then now you're taking action. So, people who stay quiet and just watch the videos and watch the community, the Oracle pool drain, you're just as liable as these people that are dumping, that are dumping LUNC on us and USTC every day and draining the Oracle pool because you're watching it and you're not saying anything. You're not bringing any device. You're not saying, hey, currency. I prayed about it. God said, things are all okay and all right, and we got to just stay positive. He's gonna turn it around. Like, I haven't heard anybody say any of this stuff. People are just watching videos, they're just watching the stuff, and they're just not participating. And so when that happens, you become part of the problem. Unfortunately, that's what happens, right? So that's why I've been speaking out like crazy, because I see what's going on, and I don't. You're not going to blame me for being part of the problem, because I've been speaking out about these things. And you look at all the other influencers; they don't even talk about LUNC anymore, right? Most of these people don't even talk about LUNC anymore, and they definitely don't talk about the Oracle pool draining out. So here's the Oracle pool. We're down again. We're about to cross over that 125 here. That's crazy, man. We're about to lose 125 here. So all right, so community pool is still going up, but not as fast as before. So, but it is still going up. And then we have the stats here: 300 million in staking there, and Terra Casino has 1 million in burns today. Uh, L Bun Project 584 million there. So everybody's still tossing and turning, and Ninja Node lost 500 million. Happy Caddy Crypto lost 200 million. So people are just tossing and turning from validator to validator, but it means nothing if you're not burning, if you're not putting out proposals to help the chain. You know what I mean? All this jumping around from validator to validator to validator, it means nothing unless you're going to freaking put out proposals or burn LUNC and repeg this stuff, right? So it doesn't mean anything. And a lot of people are missing signatures here. I think because there was probably an attack yesterday. I did do a video on that. So, but all of this switching and swapping out of validators is pointless if you're not going to put out proposals and you're not going to want help repeg this thing, right? So we have the Inu campaign coming, and that's going to hopefully help us repeg this thing. Once if we can get Inu the pump here, and we burn the supply, Inu pumps for us, and we could take we can people can make some money there and come back and help buy up USTC, buy up LUNC, and help repeg this thing and get this thing going before the Oracle pool drains out here. All right, so here's the validators. Some of them are good, many of them are bad. And as you guys can see from your own actions, I don't have to tell you that so many of these guys are bad, because they won't do anything. There's no proposals to do anything. There's nothing being done. They don't care. So they just want to drain the Oracle pool, most of them. So, and then there's other ones that actually say, hey, let's put something together. Let's do some things. and they're trying. They just don't have enough support. You know, the ones that are trying have no support. The ones that want to do nothing have all the support. Isn't that why? Isn't that interesting? Right? How did that happen? Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys next video.